Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, my name is DKL, and welcome back to Doki Fallen Angel. The last episode was quite the roller coaster. And I forgot to turn on my lights, so I'll be right back. The lights are on. The lights are on. Oh gosh, I don't even remember everything that happened in the last episode. But now we're at a poetry slam, I think. It's dark in here, with the exception of spotlights shining on an area at the end of the room. Oh yeah, it's Yuri's birthday. That's the thing that's happening. Yuri takes a seat at an empty table. I'm gonna go grab us some drinks. Yuri nods in acknowledgement, and as I walk towards the bar, I rest my arm on the bar and wave over the bartender. What can I get you? How about a menu? Oh, it's the bartender's female. Okay. I don't see an issue. I read it over. What the heck is this? It's all just weird vegan meals and hipster drinks. What kind of godforsaken place is this? That's offensive. You get the bartender's attention. These are some weird menu items. Yeah, we only do fully organic menu items here. We don't believe in the consumption of ravaging dead animals to fuel our human bodies. And all our drinks here are made with only fully organic and imported ingredients straight from South Africa. I stretch my neck over her shoulder to see a crate of avocados from Mexico. We only use ingredients found in the wild, untouched by the tyrannical hands of men. Well, okay then. In that case, I'll just have 2 waters. Whatever. The bartender rolls her eyes at me, then unenthusiastically pours the drinks. Thank you. I arrive back at our table. Here you go. I place the glasses on the table. Yuri doesn't acknowledge me. She is entranced by the poet performing. I wouldn't exactly say this is my ideal hangout spot, but if Yuri is enjoying herself, then I'm happy as well. I listen to the poet on stage. He's some tall dude with thick-rimmed glasses, torn jeans, and wavy hair. I stand there, lost in my thoughts, and his name is just Guy. I mean, I know that is a name, but I'm pretty sure it's not his name. Let's just call him Guy. A butterfly watches me! I emerge from my cocoon, and then I join the butterfly, and I fly. He takes a bow and the crowd erupts into snaps. I'm not a poet, but apparently taking in short bursts is what you're supposed to do in performing. Suddenly, another man walks on the stage. He leans into the microphone.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to have a short intermission.
He walks off, and the room slowly begins to fill with people's conversations. I lean over to Yuri. This is pretty cool, huh? Yuri looks at me. This is rather extravagant. It reminds me of when we first shared our poems to each other. I'm glad you like it. I remember I used to be so nervous around you. Yeah. It really makes me happy to see you come out of your shell. I never would have thought my life would turn out like this. Yuri appears to be reminiscing about her past. Mind if I ask you a question? Go ahead. What got you into writing exactly? That's a great question. I wouldn't say it was exactly one thing that got me into writing. But if I had to choose one, I would say the biggest influence was my mother. My mother was very adept in literature. She loved Shakespearean classics especially. When I was a little girl, she would always read to me. When whenever she went away on business, I would read to myself. Whenever I did, it almost felt like she was there, reading with me. Around the age of 11, I began writing my own short stories to share with my mom. Whenever she came home for a trip, I would immediately rush towards her. Mommy, look! This is what I would tell her. I wrote a story for you. And then my mom would make us each a cup of tea, and we would sit on the couch as I would read her the story I wrote. When I look back on it, they weren't really good. But yet, they hold a lot of value to me. Wow, that's really sweet. It's nice to take a trip down memory lane every once in a while. Thank you, Super Booper. For what? Because you're the first person to bring me to that same feeling of joy I used to have with my mother. Yuri looks back towards the stage. It warms my heart hearing that she would put me on the same level as her mother. That is really sweet. And hearing about all the memories she has makes me want to protect her even more. I turn my attention back to the stage. It looks like they're preparing the next performer. That wasn't much of an intermission. I peeked to the stage to catch a glimpse of who it is. I see a teen girl with emerald eyes and a large white bow in her hair. Oh crap. Yuri? Huh? Let's get out of here. We got more places to go to. But we just got here. And what about the next performance? Don't worry about it. I grab her hand and we rush out of the club. Alright, let's continue on. We spent a few hours exploring downtown before returning back to my place. Yuri's getting ready for our next destination. I'm treating her to a fancy dinner. Aww. Yuri comes back down, wearing the exact same outfit. I thought she would dress up a little bit more, but, you know. Wow. She looked beautiful. Again, she's wearing the exact same outfit. No, it's just I thought they would give her different art. I'm wearing the same thing as I was earlier. I know. You just look beautiful no matter what. Yuri shyly looks away shyly. Well, shall we? I hold my hand out for Yuri. Let's go. She places her delicate hand in mine, and we take off. We take our seats at our booth. Super Booper, this is beautiful. Looking around, seeing all the rich people with their rich people clothes on, I feel a little out of place. Rich people clothes. Those darn rich people with their darn rich people clothing. Ugh, it's irksome. I wonder if Dr. Langton eats here. I'd probably look embarrassing right now. What do you mean? Everyone's dressed so classy here, meanwhile, I just put on regular clothes. You stick out so much because of me, don't we? This seems to be really bothering her. I mean, I'm not really bothered by it. Yuri, listen. It's really not a big deal. Nobody's staring at you. And if they are, it's most likely because they're shocked that such a beautiful person can exist. You don't really mean that. I do. Thank you, Super Booper. The waiter comes by and places the menus before us. How are you two doing today? I'm not doing a voice because I'm not going to assume the gender. Great. Wonderful. May I start you off with any drinks? I'll just have water. He scribbles in his notepad before turning to Yuri. And for you, ma'am? May I have some Cabernet? That's how that's pronounced, right? I've never seen that word before. I raise my eyebrows. The waiter opens his mouth for a second, but closes it back up and writes the order. Yuri looks and acts fairly mature and older for what than she actually is, but I'm still surprised she didn't ask for an ID. Will that be all? Yeah. He walks off. called, Yuri?
Excuse me. Cord?
I'm just living in it. I see her shyly giggle. Seeing her shyly giggle makes all the money this is going to cost me worth spending. Now don't go getting tipsy on me, alright? We still have other places to go after this. I won't, I promise. We pick up our menus. I nearly go into cardiac arrest. These prices are outrageous. I try hard not to show any facial expressions to Yuri. Super Booper, these prices are very high. I can help pay for... Don't worry about it, Yuri. You don't have to worry about money today. Thank you. The waiter returns, drinks in hand. Are you two ready to order? He pulls out his pen and slaps it against his notepad. May I have the smoked salmon? How do I pronounce it like that? Smoked salmon. Fine choice. Expensive choice. He turns to me. And for you, sir? Oof! All of these are so pricey. I'll have the fettuccine alfredo. I like pasta. Plus, it's a relatively cheap menu item. Is chicken okay, or do you want to upgrade to shrimp for a few more dollars? What do I look like, Bill Gates? No, thank you. It's fine how it is. Of course. He takes our menus and heads off. Hopefully Yuri doesn't catch on how nervous I am about paying for all of this. Then again, I only have myself to blame for picking this place. The waiter returns with our meals. Enjoy your food. I stop myself from accidentally saying you too as he walks off. Nice. I dig it. Pasta's amazing. The texture of the noodles is super smooth combined with the sauce. Together they make a fantastically savory flavor. I can spot a few grill marks on the chicken beneath the white Alfredo. It's cooked perfectly even, which only adds to the already great meal. Yuri starts to dig into her meal as well. Judging by her face, her food is just as good. I can smell the salmon from where I sit. The aromas coming from the plate makes me feel like I'm at a resort on a private island. Are you also getting a nostalgic feeling for this place? I crane my neck left and right. Growing up, my parents didn't really have a lot of money, so coming to places like this was a rare commodity. Not really. My family and I usually ate at home most of the time. Very rarely would we go out, more or less to somewhere fancy as this. When I was a little girl, my mother and I would often go to places like this. She was a big fan of wine. So is that where you get it from? Perhaps. A large smile grows on my face. Yuri has such a contagious laugh. I guess just listening to the music just brings me back. It is some fancy music. Some nice jazz. Also, just being here with someone I truly care about is very nice as well. Aw, she cares about us. My cheeks begin to turn the same shade as Yuri's half-eaten salmon. You don't have any fond memories of your parents? Fond memories. I subconsciously start to rub my chin. I remember one thing. I begin to chuckle to myself, recalling the memory. Is that so? Way back when my mom was in the kitchen cooking, and she had all these spices and ingredients sitting on the counter. Me, being the nosy 9-year-old I was getting in the way a lot. Eventually my mom got pretty annoyed and needed a way to get me out of the kitchen. Now my mother was a very creative lady, let me tell you. She pointed to a bottle and said, "Sweet pea, can you hand me that?" So I grabbed the brown bottle and all of a sudden, a sweet aroma filled my nostrils. The bottle smelled like I had walked into a bakery on an early Sunday morning. My mom looked at me and asked if I liked that smell. I nodded my head vigorously in response. With a sadistic grin, my mom asked, looked at me and said, "Why don't you take a sip?" Me, being the naive 9-year-old I was, pressed the bottle against my lips, tilted my head all the way back, and took a huge swig of whatever liquid was inside. What happened next? What happened next will shock you. As soon as that stuff touched my tongue, it felt like my mouth was being rinsed out with perfume. I completely spit out what I drank on the floor and nearly threw up. Maybe I did throw up. I don't really remember. I remember it was my mom. My mouth tasted like a car tire and my breath smelled like peppermint. I'm sorry, that's just extremely funny. My mom thought so too. Turns out the bottle was straight vanilla extract. And the reason my mouth tasted like a perfume department was because the vanilla extract contains about 40% alcohol. That must have been awful. It was. But I guess when I look back on it, it's actually a really nice memory of what my family used to be like. Yuri shifts her body and places her hand over mine. It's as warm and soft as always. It makes me wonder what kind of hand soap she uses. How about a toast? Okay. Yuri raises her Cabernet and I follow with my water. Here's to the ones we hold in our arms. Here's to the ones we keep close to our heart. Here's to the one I choose to live by. Together till death do us part. We're not married, Yuri. That was an oddly poetic toast, but I pay no attention as I watch Yuri's wine glass approach mine. Clink. And together our glasses collide. With a full stomach, I pushed my plate aside and called for the waiter. He hands me the bill. Alright, let's see. If I was attached to a heart rate monitor, it'd be going off the charts. Is everything okay? Yeah. What do you think, a little bit of money is gonna put me down? Hand the waiter my card. You sure you don't want me to? I wave my hand to signal her to stop. It's perfectly fine. It's just money. The smile on your face, however, that's priceless. Gesundheit! You guys heard my mom sneeze, right? You sure know how to treat a lady, Super Booper. Just doing my boyfriend duties. The waiter hands me my card. Plus, you already know how I get my money. The waiter gives me an odd glance. Great, now he probably thinks I'm some sort of drug dealer. Is there anything else I can do for you? No, this was really great. You two enjoy your evening. Evening? I check my watch. I'm not wearing a watch. That made my joke that much better. Okay. I check my phone. The sun will be setting soon. Alright. I clap my hands twice. Next destination. I drop my tip on the table and we take our leave. After our lunch, we decide to take a walk through the park. It's a nice afternoon. Perfect for my last surprise. Super Booper, where are we going? Back to our special place. Yuri practically glows. I like that place. I know. I think it'd be a great place to watch the sunset. That would be wonderful. Here we are, back at the clearing. Hopefully Kenji went through with the favor I asked of him. This is truly breathtaking. Yuri is off in the distance, already encaptured by the scenery. With that, I sneak off behind some bushes. This is where Kenji planted the surprise. I come back to Yuri. Yuri? Yes? She turns around and freezes. Her mouth falls to the floor. She doesn't utter a single word. In my hands is a baby cherry blossom. I had to pull a few strings to get it, but seeing the look on Yuri's face tells me it was all well worth it. You can't have a birthday without a birthday present. I slowly lower the tree onto the ground. How did you... I know some people. She continues to stare at the baby Sakura. I don't know what to say. Hold that thought. I run back over to the bushes. There's also 2 shovels laying on the ground. I pick them both up and return to Yuri and the baby tree. Would you like to plant it with me? Yuri stares dumbfounded. Oh, you probably don't want to get your outfit dirty. Yuri grabs one of the shovels. For a second, she stares deeply into my eyes before pulling the shovel out of my hand. I would love to. Oh! We didn't get to see the sunset, but we did plant our tree. We take a step back to admire our work. I'll be right back. Yeah, I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I just had to deal with something real quick. There it is. I don't know what to say, Super Booper. You've really outdone yourself. This is without a doubt the best moment of my life. And it's all thanks to you. Don't mention it. I'd give you the world if I could. But I can't, so I guess we'll settle on a tree. We share a small laugh. A laugh that warms my heart. Yuri stares fixedly on the cherry blossom. Should we give it a name? Okay, this is something that kind of bothers me. Why do people name trees? Name? Well, we planted it together. It's kind of like our child. So. This also bothers me. We'll take care of it. Watch it grow. I'm not good with names. How about... I get to name the tree? Let me think. I'm gonna pause recording again and I'm gonna type in the best name ever. This is the ship name for me and Yuri, so this is what we're going with. Yuri Booper. How about Yuri Booper? I like that name. I'm sure you do. And I guess that's its name. We stand there for a while enjoying each other's silence. It's not an awkward silence, it's rather relaxing actually. Yuri and I simply being in one another's presence. Even with a sky full of stars, I prefer to stare into her eyes. A cold breeze blows through, reminding us of how late it has gotten. Are you ready to go? Not really, but I know it's probably better to leave before it gets later than it already is. I entwine my hand with hers and we walk home. After a long day, I showered and head to bed. Flop down onto my mattress. What a day. I hear the water in the guest bathroom turn off. I flash back to the events of today. It couldn't have been more perfect. It could have, if Monica hadn't showed up at the poetry slam. It's a shame school starts back up in a few days. I grab my calendar. Next Friday marks the Winter Festival. The school likes to welcome people back from the holidays with the festival. It's a way to ease back into the school life after vacation. God, I wish my school would do that. Even more so, however, it's also a way for clubs to recruit members for the spring semester. Clubs. I remember the club that started this all. Monica and the Literature Club. Before I can continue to sulk in my memories as my door gently opens. Hello, Super Booper. It's Yuri. So does she stay with me now? Thank you for today. You're very welcome. I'm still lying on my back, so my words are spoken to the ceiling. Yuri takes a seat on the bed. This day was really special. I'm glad. Oh, there's one more thing. Huh? I get up and open my drawer. I pull out a sheet of paper. I wrote this after yesterday. It's, a thank you. I hand Yuri the paper, and lay back down on the bed. She stares a bit dumbfounded on me. She stares a bit dumbfounded at me before turning to the paper. Ooh, lost in the dark. Concrete surrounds me on every side. Every direction is nothing but pitch black. I cannot see even what is inches in front of me. I'm lost. Which way is up? Which is down? Forward? Back? This tunnel of darkness consumes me. I only hear my light footsteps atop the gravel. I move slowly forwards as if I'm chained to weights, dragging my feet as the gravel beneath kicks up. As I move, the chains grow heavier and heavier. My head feels heavy. The fear of the abyss eats at me. My legs buckle and I collapse onto my hands and knees. Small pebbles in the gravel stab into my palms. I begin to lose hope, and I give in to the darkness. Suddenly I'm blinded, not by dark, but by a bright light. Glowing light piercing my retinas in this endless tunnel. In the center of that light is a girl. She takes a step. She takes another. And another until she stands above me. I stare at her in disbelief as she holds out her hand. I reach for her. The moment my skin makes contact with hers, I'm transported out of the darkness. I can see, hear, feel. The girl stands beside me. Her hair flows in the wind. She's like an angel who fell from heaven, only for our paths to interlock in the dark, and together we can live in the light. That's so sweet. Good job, Super Booper. Super Booper is best boy. I watch her eyes glide left and right. What? I watch her eyes glide left and right, but that's the wrong right. For those of you that are just listening, you don't need to bother about picking up your phone screen or whatever. They spelled it W-R-I-T-E, as in I'm gonna write that down. That's the wrong right. But okay. I watch her eyes glide left and right, following the words. Eventually she stops yet continues to stare at the page. Is this really how you feel? I continue to talk to the ceiling. I realize something, Yuri. All my life I've been running away from my problems. I'm pretending they're not there, bottling them up, and they were slowly eating away at me. I was lost. I couldn't find my way out of the darkness I put myself into. I looked straight into her lavender eyes. But you were my light. You were the light that guided me. You painted the colors after the world had left me gray. I don't really know how to explain it. Love, maybe. I don't even know what that word means, if I'm being honest. That's kind of a strange thing to say after the several times that you've told her that you love her. That's just how I feel. I want to be with you, Yuri. I want to spend all the time we have on this earth with you. I can't imagine being with anyone else, no matter how long or how short it is. Even if I were gone tomorrow, at least I'd be happy knowing that I had met you. Because you are single-handedly the best thing to ever happen to me. So thank you. Thank you for being who you are. So, yeah. That's what I think. She looks at me as if I'm an old friend she hasn't seen in years. Her eyes glow in the dim lighting of my room. She stares at me speechless. It's a bit awkward, but I don't dare break the silence either. I just hold her gaze within mine. Time stands still. It's as if my room is a single room floating in space. Oh gosh. Only Yuri and me occupying it with no one else to intrude. Yuri moves over to me. Wait, what's happening? Super Booper? You have no idea what your words mean to me. Well, it's just how I feel. Yuri hangs over me with a temptatious glare. Our breaths are heavy. I look at Yuri to confirm what's happening. I want to do this. Okay. Yuri leans down and her lips meet mine. I've never done this before. The nervousness from when I first met Yuri is back. We're both sweating as if we're both at a loss for what to do. Oh no. Oh no, were we about to... Uh-oh. I feel my heart bursting out of my chest. Yuri speaks softly. Neither have I. Okay, that's all we have to talk about that. Alright, great. I hardly remember anything of the last few days. They flew by as school beckoned around the corner. And now I'm here. Back in the boring lectures of my classes. I still don't see the point of school. I can just go to school to be an art major. Then I'll have a line of jobs awaiting me. Right? Yes, that's how the world works. I guess it's not too bad, however. It's refreshing to see my classmates happily chit-chat about their vacation. Meanwhile, the teacher attempts to obtain everyone's attention. She fails to do so as the bell for lunch is about to ring. These last 5 minutes go by agonizingly slow. I shove my homework into my backpack. Homework on the first day back. I'd rather be in prison. Careful what you wish for, dude. I twirl my pen in my hand and can't help but overhear the conversation next to me. I'm not purposely being nosy, they're just talking quite loudly. I don't understand why girls can't use their indoor voices. It looks like one girl is showing the other a message on her phone. I don't think it's real. Are you saying that you don't Are you saying you don't think she would do something like that? It makes total sense. It's really weird, but I guess it does make sense. And she wonders why people don't like her. Sounds more like girl drama. I always found it weird how girls talk about other girls behind their backs. The sound of the gates of heaven being opened. I get up from my seat and go to lunch. It's a nice day, so I choose to eat outside. Unfortunately, Yuri and I don't share the same lunch, so I resort to sitting by myself. I go ahead and sit under the large tree in the courtyard. It is very large. It makes me think of Yuri Booper. Somebody with art skills, please make Yuri Booper art. I don't mean the tree. Make art of Yuri and Super Booper together, because I think that would be really cute, and I want to see it. So if you want to make some art like that, put it on Twitter. Yeah, I don't know what the hashtag should be. Just, I don't know. Put me in the thing. Just, at DKL Awesome. It's gonna be in the description below. That's what I need to say. That's what I was trying to say, I think. I plug in my earphones to listen to music. Over the last few days, I spent some time compiling my favorite songs into the ultimate music playlist. A collage of all my favorite songs. This list is truly the pinnacle of music. I press play. Skip. 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 While I'm looking for a song, a shadow appears over me. I don't like that the music just faded out. I take out my headphones and look at the culprit. Hi! Hey. Is for horses. Are you gonna start every conversation we have like that? It's been a while since Natsuki and I last talked. Last time we saw each other was in the hospital. Care to take a seat?
Ugh, if I have to.
I never said she had to, but she takes a seat on the bench anyway. She pulls out a sandwich from her bag and begins eating. I start to eat my lunch as well. I should start a conversation. What should we talk about? Obviously, I'm gonna ask about Sayori. You kidding me? Have you gotten any news from the hospital? She pauses, and then solemnly shakes her head. No.
I told them to keep me updated if anything happens. And yet, I haven't heard anything.
I get a lump in my chest. I know it's not good to get my hopes up, but I can't help but pray that Sayori wakes up. I can tell my question left a thickness in the air. Perhaps I should change the topic. Okay. Neither of these are really great topics, though. I'll ask her where she's living. I take a look at the sandwich she's eating. Where'd you get that?
Home. Or Sayori's home, I should say.
There's a short, awkward pause, long enough for me to ask another question. So you're taking care of the house, I suppose?
Yeah. Her parents can't schedule a flight until next month.
Suddenly my food tastes bitter. Not even Sayori's own parents can be here for her. How hard can it possibly be to schedule a flight to see your daughter? I decide to ask a more personal question. What about your dad? She stops bringing her food towards her mouth, lips partly open. What about him? Is he doing alright? She stares hard at her sandwich as if it holds the answer to my question. Oh, please, sandwich, tell me what I should say.
He's fine.
I guess that's all there is to it. He's still broke. The way she's so upfront with that statement baffles me.
Sigh. It's whatever. It's not like I care or anything.
And once again, her guard is back up. Probably all the info I'm gonna get from that topic. Alright. So I guess I talk about all three things anyway. Well, I'm so glad I asked about Sayori first. How's it like being back?
It's alright. I miss being able to sleep in, however.
I give a small chuckle.
What about you?
I've been good. Thank you for asking.
Don't thank me. I was asking to be polite. It's not like I actually care or anything.
That wasn't very polite. I continue to humor Natsuki's fake rudeness. My math class is killing me. At the mention of math, Natsuki begins to go on full-on rant mode. Oh no.
Ugh, don't get me started.
She starts anyway.
I don't understand how they can expect us to understand any of this. It's like learning a whole new language. And since when did math become more letters than numbers?
I feel you. I feel for Natsuki on that one.
And what the heck even is trigonometry? Makes absolutely no sense.
Sokotoa.
Find X my butt. How about you find a subject worth teaching? After basic algebra, everything else is useless. Oh, and imaginary numbers. Those aren't even real. They think it's okay to just make up stuff. They follow such strict rules and then go and add other rules if something doesn't work properly. Seriously, why do math classes even exist? We have calculators for a reason.
Thank you! And we have the internet! Wow, I got really passionate about that one. My teachers act like my life will be dependent on whether I can find a parallel line or given a slope and a point. They do.
Sigh.
Natsuki huffs in frustration. It's a bit funny to see her get flustered over something like math. She continues to eat her sandwich. It's exactly what math class is like. I mean, seriously, especially high school math classes. It's exactly what they are. I finish up what's left of my lunch. Burp. Excuse me.
What is wrong with you?
What?
You're disgusting.
I said excuse me. Weren't you ever taught not to burp in front of a lady?
Since when were you a lady? Natsuki looks like she's about to burst from rage. But then she lets out a long sigh and a smile creeps up on her face. Fine, you win this one. Everything's gotta be a competition with you, huh? Yep. Also, Super Booper, what were you and Yuri doing for the festival? I don't know. Probably just walking around and stuff. Would it be fine if Natsuki fumbles with her words. Spent the festival with you and Yuri? She mumbles the words quickly and quietly. Yeah, that sounds like fun. Ugh, alright. I wouldn't have cared if you said no or whatever. Sure, Natsuki. I decided to walk Natsuki to her class once the lunch bell rang. She called me a stalker, but besides that didn't protest to me walking with her. Hey, did you see that? What? I stopped in front of the main office. Point to a small rectangular box on the wall. The school thermostat. I walk up to it. 75 degrees! They do have the AC off. We're in winter. Why would the school turn the AC on? Sigh. No one understands. Okay. I'm in my next class. English. I genuinely despise English class. More truth. I already speak it. But why do I have to take a class on it? The teacher lectures on the proper way to use a semicolon. I never use a semicolon. In the seat in front of the seat right of mine, a boy is on his phone checking messages. The text is too small to read, but I can tell it's a very long message. He must have gotten in trouble with his girlfriend or something. He stifles a laugh. Maybe my previous accusation was wrong. I know what the message is about. Super Booper! The teacher calls my name. Uh-oh. Do you know the answer to the question? I don't even know what question we're on. This is how I die, isn't it? I suppose there's no harm in guessing. B. Students hold in their laughter. What? The question was a fill in the blank. Ugh! Oof! Alright, Super Booper, think of something. I'm sorry, I thought it was a trick question. Teacher looks at me with a blank face. I wonder what my tombstone will read. Died of embarrassment. Just when I think the teacher's gonna kill me, he breaks into a laugh. Alright, Stacy, do you know the answer? Phew. I can't believe that worked. I go back to daydreaming. Bzzzt. I glance at the teacher and see he's writing on something on the board. I sneakily pull my phone out of my pocket. Welcome back. Welcome back to what? School? This person is a student? I look around the class. No one looks suspicious. I tried to warn you that it would come to this. Come to what? I look up and see the teacher with his back turned. I use this time to type out a message. Who are you and what are you talking about? I gave you the chance to stop, but you didn't listen. You broke my heart, and now I'm going to break something of yours. Over dramatic much? What does that even mean? The ringing of the school bell shocks me out of my thought process. I shove my phone back in my pocket and try to forget this ever happened. It's been a long day, but I'm home. Did I even see Yuri today? I should at least text her. I pick up my phone and send a message. Sorry I didn't see you today. How was school? Bzzzt. Fine, thank you for asking. I saw Natsuki today. What did she say? We just talked about different things, and then she asked if she could hang out with us during the festival. I told her she could. Okay. Okay. I guess the conversation ends there. I lay down and look at the ceiling. For a first day back, it wasn't so bad. Perhaps this semester will actually go smoothly. Don't say that. A few days later. Beep, beep, beep. Ugh. I swipe dismiss on my phone alarm. The sunlight creeps through my blinds and fills the room. I use my last reserves of willpower to climb out of bed. Wait a minute. Today's the festival! Remembering that all of a sudden gives me a burst of energy. Today shall be a fantastic day. With a clean school uniform and freshly brushed teeth, I start to make breakfast. I just remember the one breakfast that he made. That was an interesting one. I placed 2 Pop-Tarts in the toaster. Ooh, Pop-Tarts are good. I begin to think of all the cool activities that the school festival will have today. Just thinking about the unique foods that will be there causes my stomach to rumble. Ding! My 2 s'mores Pop-Tarts are ready. I go to grab them. Ow! Crap! Freak! I nearly gave myself first-degree burns trying to grab them. In a quick motion, I grab the pastries with my fingertips and drop them onto a plate. Breakfast time! I finish my meal and check the clock. It's festival time! I grab my daily essentials and depart from my house. I arrive in the courtyard where the festival is being held. Standing here, I realize something. On festival days, we're not required to wear our uniforms. I look around and see people in t-shirts, jeans, hoodies, leggings, etc. Then I look down at my blazer and begin to feel very stupid. Hello, Super Booper. I hear a voice call to me. I turn on my heel and see Yuri and Natsuki. Oh, you found me. How was your morning? It wasn't bad. You must have left before me, Natsuki. I didn't see you in Sayori's house. Well, unlike some people, I actually wake up early. I did wake up early. I was just busy eating breakfast. And putting your school uniform on? Yeah, I forgot it's not required today. I guess it's better than wearing a kimono. I turn bright red and look at Yuri. I'm sorry, I thought it was funny. Sigh. I'm never going to live that down now, am I? Nope. The girls continue to laugh at my expense. Alright, that's enough. So, where are we going first? I don't know. Yuri, what do you want to do? I'm not very good with decisions. Of course. Well, since both of you are useless... Hey! I'll decide where we go. Follow me! At the other end of the courtyard, they have put up different stalls with games. Natsuki points to a particular stall. There. I follow her finger. A dunk tank? We step closer to it. You want to get in a dunk tank. Not me, you dummy. Not me, you dummy, you. I knew she was going to talk about me. I just read that wrong. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Why, are you scared of getting wet? More so, I just prefer to stay dry. You're no fun. I hear a large voice from behind us. Hey, yo, ma! I turn to see a small group of boys looking in our direction. The one who seemed to have shouted at us looks like the definition of butthole. Sleeveless shirt to show off his biceps, low-hanging jeans, gold chains which are probably fake. Girl with the bus, why don't you get into the tank? Another guy snickers to the group. I won't mind seeing her in a wet t-shirt. It doesn't take long for me to realize they're talking about Yuri. The group continues to laugh between themselves. Ugh, I can't believe those buttholes. Sarah Wilbur, aren't you gonna do something? You can't just let them talk to Yuri like that. Right, Yuri? Yuri? Yuri's completely stricken from the current situation. Yuri, are you alright? Can we please go? What? And let them get away with it? Look at them. I turn back to the group of guys who are still watching us.
What, are you gonna give us a show or not?
Said Rupert, do something.
I look at Natsuki's rage-filled eyes, then to Yuri's petrified expression. Then to those mean people carelessly laughing at us. I would like to give them a piece of my mind, but perhaps I should let it go. Do I stand up for Yuri? Will she even want me to stand up? You know, yeah, if I actually see something like this in real life, whether I know the girl or not, I would not stand for that crap. I walk towards the boys. Hey, butthole! Super, wait! The main boy looks at me. What'd you say? We stand inches from each other. It's only now that I realize he has half a foot height above me. I don't think you should be saying stuff like that. Did your parents not teach you manners? Listen here, you little punk. I could kick your butt right now. I'll freak you up. Can't be worse than what I did to your mom last night. Oh, dang, dude, he got you. Hey, shut up. He shouts it to his group of friends. I'm only gonna tell you this once. He grabs me by the shirt collar and pulls me closer to him. You take that back or I take your kneecaps. I begin to sweat profusely. Understandable. I'm trying not to show my fear, but I'm probably doing a bad job of it. So what will it? He looks over my shoulder. Quickly he lets go and jumps about 2 feet back. I turn back to see a teacher watching us, arms crossed. The mean guy looks at me again. You got lucky this time. Better watch out, punk. The group of boys turns around and walks away. Super Boop, are you okay?
That was awesome!
I'm fine, thank you. They won't be messing with us anymore.
That was like the coolest thing you've ever done.
I didn't think it was very cool. You could have gotten hurt.
Calm down, Yuri, he's fine.
I'm just relieved I didn't get punched in the face. Also, you were able to defend Yuri. That would really ruin the day. Hopefully we can move on now. Don't worry, they won't be bothering us anytime soon. I'm glad that situation was handled. I hear rumbling coming from Natsuki's stomach. Hungry?
I'm always hungry.
What about you, Yuri? I suppose I could eat something.
It's nice to see you haven't changed at all, Yuri.
What's that supposed to mean?
Anyways.
Anyway?
Huh?
You said anyways. The correct term is anyway. Anyway is an adverb, thusly cannot be put. Shut up, nerd.
I'm not here to learn.
I'm hungry, so let's find something to eat. Well, that didn't go how I wanted it to. Okay. Yuri's probably like, I'm so proud of him. So many choices. I pan my view to all the different stalls. From noodles to pizza to candy to squid. What are you two thinking? I turn my head to see both of them fixated on a certain stall. They both look like they're in a daze, their mouths agape. Following their gaze, I see what they're being entranced by. Chocolate? Let's go there. I agree, I too would like to see what the stall has. Alright, let's go. We make our way to the stall. A girl with red braids and thick glasses is manning the stall.
Hello, Amy.
Amy? Amy like spiders, Amy? The girl's name must be Amy. The way Natsuki greeted her sounds like they're arch rivals. Hey Natsuki, it's good to see you again. Amy's tone is the complete opposite. The way she greeted her makes them seem like they're lifelong friends.
What have you been up to?
I've been spending a lot of time volunteering at the animal shelter recently. You're a nice girl. Natsuki leans into my ear. I freaking hate her. What? Why? You see anything you like? Natsuki never answers my question. Yuri and Natsuki, however, hover over the assortment of chocolates like a predator over its prey. They start to point out all the things they like. I prefer some real food. Hey, do you girls mind if I leave you here while I get some pizza?
Yeah, whatever.
Okay then, I take my leave. 2 slices, please. I'm handed my pepperoni pizza.
I drool over the greasy covered plate. Pizza time! Now let me return to the girls. Whilst walking back, I'm intercepted by a familiar face. Oh no. Hiya, Super Booper! And here I thought I would have a good day. What do you want? We haven't seen each other in weeks, and that's how you greet me? Instead of responding, I take a bite of my pizza, leaving an awkward silence. Nom 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 nom. We didn't really leave on good terms. Super Booper, please, can we forget about the past for 1 second? At least I'm not the only one who forgot that we don't have to wear our uniforms. Fine. I wanted to know what happened to Sayori. Sayori? I guess despite what happened, Monica and Sayori still remain friends. Monica's probably worried about her just as much as I am. Even if I don't really like Monica, I'd feel wrong if I didn't inform her about Sayori. She's in the hospital. Comatose. I send the words out with a shaky voice. Monica looks devastated, but she doesn't say anything. Perhaps she does love her friends after all. I'm sorry. It's fine. You can't change what happened. Monica straightens up and returns to her usual poised persona. Thank you for telling me, Super Booper. I have to go now. Go where? Get new members for the club. New members? The school board said this festival is my last chance to get members or the literature club will be cancelled. I should feel bad, but I don't. Have I become numb to emotions? It's Monica's fault the club was disbanded in the first place. Or was it me who stirred the pot by joining? Without anything left to say, Monica walks off. That was a random interaction. Out of everyone in the school, I had to run into Monica. I walk over to where I left the girls with my now cold pizza. It's about time. I was beginning to think you ditched us. Natsuki, Super Booper would never do that. The pizza line was long. I look at what they're holding. Each have bags full of sweets in their hands. That's a lot of chocolate. The stand begins to move more and more. The stand begins to get more and more crowded as students gather around. Welcome, everyone! Now, know that all proceeds go to given charities to help sick animals in need. What a nice girl. Ugh, look at her. Disgusting. I still don't know what Natsuki's vendetta against Amy is, but perhaps it's best if I don't ask. It's because Amy likes spiders! That's why they're not friends. Ugh. Once again, we walk back to the other end of the courtyard to find a table to sit at. The amount of time it took to... Oh, pardon me. The amount of time it took to walk over here, I have already consumed my triangular meal. We finally arrive at a table under the big cherry blossom. Once again, this tree reminds me of Yuri Booper. I wonder if it'll ever grow this big. Natsuki and Yuri begin to dig into their bags of chocolate. You know, eating all that sugar will only lead to your crashing later. Oh, don't worry, Super Booper, I'm only going to eat a little bit. Yeah, right. This chocolate will have a little effect on me. Sugar doesn't actually make you crash. Where are your sources on that? Dude, just trust me. I dismissed Natsuki's unfactual logic. I noticed a sheet of paper sticking out of Natsuki's small purse. What's that? A poem? May I see it? No. Why not? You wouldn't like it. That's what you said last time. That's exactly what you said last time. Ugh, fine. She gestures at me as if to say, I don't care what you do. I pull the sheet out of her bag and unfold it. Yuri slides next to me to read it too. Time. The past is a cold place. A time I try to forget. An abyss that stares into my face. A place I can't run from just yet. The present is an odd place.
The place for all who live. A location lost in space. A time with nothing to give. The future is a dangerous place, a period where dreams come alive. Arriving soon, with no time to brace, only if you're able to survive. Time is in the palm of my hand, but there's things I can't understand. The only thing I know is to keep your hopes up high and your head down low. Oh gosh, I recognize that. What's that song called again? I just started listening to that song too. Oh gosh, what was it called? Hold on guys, this shouldn't take too long. Hopes up high and your head down low. Something like that, right? That's how it goes, right? I think it's this. Yeah, All I Want. That's what the song was called. It's All I Want. I just started listening to the song. I don't exactly remember how it goes. Oh. Looks like Natsuki's poem style hasn't changed too much. It's still simple yet impactful. The poem seems to be about the future. Do you two have any plans for after school? Somewhat. That's fine, I don't really have a plan either. The future is scary to think about, yet everyone tells you to always think about it. And people tell you, don't worry about it, but if you don't worry, how will you be ready? And time just ticks away and the future marches ever closer relentlessly and... Yuri, calm down. I'll probably go to college like everyone else. Any ideas as to the major? Cooking, obviously. I'm good at it and it's what I enjoy doing. And if I can make a job out of doing what I love, then that would be a dream. Oh god, wouldn't it? Glad to see Natsuki has the luxury of having her life in order. I haven't the slightest clue of what I want to do. But I do. I'm in for music and YouTube and you guys. What about you, Yuri? What do you want to do? I wish I could do something I love. Well, what do you like to do? Reading? Yuri mumbles her words as if she's embarrassed about her hobbies. Why don't you write a book? Become an author. An author? That would be awesome, Yuri. You could get famous. Like J.K. Rowling. Famous? I don't think I'd want that. What if you use a pen name? Write under an alias without actually disclosing who you are. You're a fantastic writer, Yuri. Probably one of the best writers I know. It'd be awful for you to waste such potential. Plus, nowadays, thanks to the internet, it's super easy to publicize your work. I suppose you're right. Of course I am. I begin to slowly relax in my seat. Our future isn't exactly a comfortable topic to talk about, but it's so important. What do we do after we graduate? Where do we go? Will Yuri and I still be together? I don't know what the future holds for us, but if that future involves her, I'll be happy. I think I can end this episode here. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribing would be pretty nice. Having said that, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!